What are you staring at? You're keen on me, are you? Does this turn you on? You try looking at me twice, you old faggot, and I'll scratch.
What's going on here?
She made a pass at me, and as soon as I knocked her back, she started laying into me. Just keep
That's
me, old
not
Lego.
true. I was just trying to apologize to her.
Get your things out of here, Baxter. You're disgusting, Bryant. You should learn to keep your hands to yourself. And you can start by scrubbing down the corridors on the first floor.
She could have raped me.
I'm sure you and Bryant will get on very well. I'll catch up with you.
It's not true.
Look, she's a roughneck kid with a chip on her shoulder. Maybe you should keep clear of her. You know how she feels about you.
Oh, yeah. Fat old poofter. She made that very clear.
Yes, well, 2 weeks could mean the difference between her ending up back in prison or starting a new life. You know how difficult it is to get a job with a record. Look, if anything comes up in the way of waitressing or cleaning, could you let me know? Yes, Mrs. Morris at the Wentworth Detention Centre. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it.
Georgie was suffering from what is called a congenital fixation of the Staves foot plate, which produces...
And I thought there was something wrong with her ears. Alex, teach, why don't you speak English?
Fair enough. She's had a hearing loss of about 70 decibels since birth. Now, I'm telling you all this because we have to be patient with her. If she asks you questions that may seem silly to you, well, don't laugh. Bear with her. We should encourage her at the moment, not ridicule her. Any questions?
Yeah. Does this mean that we have to treat her as though she's real special?
No, not at all.
Well, why the hell was I kicked out?
I beg your pardon?
Those cells, they may not mean very much to some people, but they're home to us. And if you're going to start shoving us around like we're a bunch of cows or something, well, it's not fair.
I'm sorry, Doreen. I should have spoken to you first.
Yeah, well, nobody thinks about our feelings, do they?
Georgie, sit down. We're just about to start. I think we'll concentrate on some maths.
Oh.
Simple percentages. It's very important when you're dealing with hire purchase, loans, or investments. Now, if you have any money, always try and make it work for you.
They only moved you in with Bea and Lizzie because they felt sorry for
Doreen.
you. You know, drongos always sit at the front of the class.
Stop that. That's enough. Now, come on. Stop that.
She started it. She can't even take a joke.
Doreen, I don't care who started it. B, I want to see you outside. The rest of you get on with some reading. And think yourself lucky I'm not reporting this. You wait here, Georgie. I want a word with B. Now, the reason I wanted her in your cell was that I thought you might be the one person she'd listen to. I know you had some success with a youngster some time ago.
Anywhere else, reading a person's private mail would be a crime.
I didn't read your mail, B. I just thought you might like to take her under your wing. The women respect you. If they see you trying to help her, they could follow your example.
She's put a lot of noses out of joint, and I'm not taking sides with her against my mates.
Even if I tell you what sort of a background she comes from?
I would have heard it all before. And she's going to turn into poison ivy, no matter who the gardener is.
She can hear all right now, can't she? It's not our fault she was born deaf. I can't see why we have to bow and scrape to her.
Okay. I'll go and have a word with her if it's going to make you feel any better.
What'd you stand there like that for? 'Cause she's a nong, that's why. And I'm the one who had to give up me bed to her.
Hey, kid.
What are you doing creeping up on me?
You just didn't hear me, that's all.
I was listening to someone else and you had to go and spoil it.
I don't hear anything.
Poking fun at me?
You swipe at me, kid, and you'll wonder what hit you.
Can't you hear the car?
Oh, yeah.
There's a bird over there too. And the wind. I never heard that before, unless it was a bad storm.
Yeah, well, I guess I take a lot of things for granted.
That's your problem.
B! Over here. I tried getting in to see you before.
Yeah, I know.
You got my dough?
It's safe.
I need it. Like now.
Okay. Be in the same place as Savo. I'll make sure you get it.
Thanks. See you then.
Well, did you tell her off real good, Bee?
Oh, yeah, sure. Hey, Lizzie, I want you to get hold of Jude for me. I've got a little job for her while we're in class.
When you finish here, you can start on the next floor. That should keep you out of temptation's way. No smart comments, Bryant? Or do you have to have an audience for that? Impressionable young girls, for instance? What could they possibly see in you? But there again, you're not too choosy yourself. Take Sharon Gilmore. But even she didn't seem your type. What do you do, Bryant? Force them into behaving like animals? Or do you just pick out the simple ones? Whichever it is, your sort should be locked away from young girls altogether. You should take a good look at yourself. A lumbering 40-year-old degenerate. And if I so much as hear a complaint against you again, I'll have you up on another charge.
Don't take no notice of her, love. She's got no soul.
I'm not as bad as all that, am I?
Course you're not, love. We can't help the way we're made. Anyway, you got a heart bigger than any of us, and they can't take that away from you. I better go before I'm missed. I told Mrs. M that I was going to the loo. Listen, love, Bee wants you to do her a favour. You reckon you're up to it?
Yeah.
Well, you know that money of Margot's that Bee's got. She wants you to get it out to her, same way as Helen Smart got them plans into us. Do you reckon you can set that up? Atta girl. Don't you let that mongrel Bennett upset you.
Everyone else has gone back in, Georgie.
I ain't going back there so they can all laugh at me.
Who laughed at you?
As you think I'm dumb too.
No, I don't. And I don't think Mr. Andrews does either.
I don't care what you think anyhow.
All right. But you can't stay out here.
I ain't feeling so good. My ears make me feel dizzy. I'm not used to noise.
Oh, do you want the sister to have a look at them?
Now, I'd like to lie down.
All right.
I'll take that, Baxter.
It's just a ball.
And you've got nothing to worry about. Now give it to me. It's against the rules for inmates to have money, Baxter. You've just earned yourself another little stint in solitary. Unless, of course, you'd like to tell me how this money got here.
Why didn't you tackle Bryant instead of going through with this charade?
Because she's not the only one involved, and they must be caught red-handed. Well, I wouldn't want to be accused of persecution.
You had to prove a point, didn't you?
Okay, Jude. Which end of the court do you want?
I don't care.
I'll take this side.
No, I'd watch her. The sun's in your eyes.